Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol TRXC. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think that's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. From a presentation standpoint, this is a little tricky to talk about because there's a lot of perspective that goes into it. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're a day trader and you bought right there, or you bought right there, or you bought right there and you wanted to sell within 2 minutes after buying, then yeah, for you the chart's looking pretty rough. But if you care about the big picture of things, then yeah, I get it. Today was a pretty drastic pullback. But from the big picture, emphasizing that word, the bulls do still have an opportunity to build a higher base. And when you have those higher bases being built over longer periods of time, that's how long-term uptrends are constructed. And the big event that happened today, which was a good sign so far, is in regard to this pink line right here, the 200 period simple moving average. And, this is a level where even if you have just a surface deep understanding of charts, I'm sure you've heard of the 200 period, and you know that when the price is above it, assuming you're bullish, of course, you want to see the price stay above it because that is, more so a long-term indicator in regards to the trend. And that level got tested today, and check that out. Absolutely beautiful, came down to that pink line and bounced very, very nicely off it. So not only from a trading perspective, for day traders that were sitting down there, but just from the overall storybook perspective, that is definitely a very, very important level of support. Because again, to illustrate this point about, big picture and the bulls still having a, charge, I'm going to throw in this level of support too, just to really kind of emphasize this point that I'm trying to get across. So right there at the $1.12-ish area, let's say the price actually breaks down through that pink line a little bit. Not saying this will happen at all. This is just all for example's sake. But let's say the price, like I said, comes down here and then behaves in this manner before starting to work its way back up. Yeah, I get it. This is a pretty deep pullback. But let's take a step back, and when looking at the big picture of it all, well, that'd give you a set of lows right here. Previous set of lows would be here. Previous set of lows would be down there. So if you look at each of these as stair steps, the overall stair steps would still be going in the upwards direction. So, of course, nobody wants to see it go all the way down to that level. But in the event, if it did, the bulls do still have an opportunity to build that overall staircase, overall stair step, and that's what you want to see. If that $1.12-ish area cannot hold, the next key level to keep an eye on right down there around $1.08. Not going to talk about levels of resistance because in my opinion right now, breaking levels of resistance, not really a huge priority. Top priority for the chart is going through a healthy consolidation, stabilizing the price, and then building a higher stair step. So we'll see if the bulls can accomplish that or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.